All right, now it says they want us to use a graphing calculator to solve the system of linear equations. All right, so things we need to do, well, we need to first figure out what we're going to type into our calculator. So that's going to be a 1, a 5, a 12, and a 2, a minus 3, and a minus 2. So that's what we have to type into our calculator to start with. And then from there, we can actually see what the calculator tells us is our answer. So let's move over to the calculator. And so what we need to do is we need to hit second matrix. And now we're going to edit. So we're going to move over to edit and we'll just go with A. It's fine. And now what size of the matrix was it? Well, it was a 2 by 3. So we're going to take 2 by 3. And then we had a 1. Then we had a 5. And then we had a 12. Then we had a 2, a minus 3, and a minus 2. So that's our original matrix, okay? So that's what we've got typed in. So now I'm just going to say, let's get out of there. Let's go back into matrix. Now we're going to do math. And we're going to do row reduced echelon form, which is what it's called when we're doing this stuff we've been doing by hand. It's going to be row reduced echelon form. Ones down the diagonal, zeros everywhere else. And so that's going to be B, row reduced echelon form. So we'll enter there. Now we need to say which matrix we want to do. So now we go back into here and we want matrix A. And so then we do that, hit parenthesis. And so it looks like our answer is x equals 2 and y equals 2. So we get 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, and our solution is basically 2, 2. Now, does that work? So we should always check, even calculator, because we could have typed one of these numbers wrong. So we'll have 2 plus 5 times 2 equals 12. Well, 10 plus 2 is 12. And then 2 times 2 minus 3 times 2 is equal to negative 2. So it's a minus 6 plus 4. That's minus 2. So that works as well. Okay. So that's a nice thing. It's really quick as far as, plugging it into our calculator. All we get is this, and then we get an answer out immediately. We didn't have to do all the hard work here. So we could have done this one also in our calculator, and instead of doing all these steps, and we would have got the same thing. Key is what it asks you to do. So that's going to be the whole difference. All right, so let's do another one here. So what we need to do is we need to write this into the matrix form first, and then we need to go back in and put it into our calculator, and then we do that row reduced echelon form, and we have it done. So let's write it into the matrix form first. So we have a 3, a minus 1, a 4, then a 7, then a minus 3, a 4, a 3, and a minus 20, and a 5, a 0, a 7, and an 8. Okay. So now we've got all this, and so now we go back to our calculator, and let's go second matrix, edit. Now we can put it into A or B or C. We just have to remember what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and just use A again. But now it's going to be what? It's going to be a 3 by 4. It's going to be bigger. So now we have a 3. And when you hit enter, it just takes you across the row. So you can just type your row in and you don't even have to look and see where it's going. You just know it's going to go to the next piece. And then you just have to type in whatever that next piece is going to be. As long as you don't make a mistake along the way, you'll be just fine. So let's type all this in. Then we have a 5, 0, yep, and then a 7, and then an 8. So hopefully that's what it is. And since we put it in A, we can hit second enter, and it's going to do the same thing again, and it gives us the answer. So 3, and then minus 2, and minus 1. So let's go back over here. And so the ordered triplet would be a 3, minus 2, and a minus 1. So that is our solution. Okay. Now let's go ahead and again check to make sure we typed it in a calculator right, because if we typed anything wrong here, it'll give us an answer, but it might not be the answer to these. So what we have is 3 times 3, and then we have minus y, which is going to be a minus 2, plus 4 times a minus 1, and that's supposed to be 7. So we have 9, 10, 11, minus 4 is 7, so that looks good. Here we have a minus 3 times 3 plus 4 times a minus 2 plus 3 times a minus 1, and that's supposed to be minus 20. So we got 9, 10, 11, 12 plus another 8, so that's going to be a minus 20 as well, so that looks good. And here we have 5 times 3 plus 7 times a minus 1, so 15 minus 7 is 8, and that's what it's supposed to be, so it looks like we have the correct solution. All right, let's stop there. We'll come back for some more.